Hey team, welcome to a floor-based strength and stretch for your glutes, core, and hips. So today's workout, it's gonna be for if you're feeling full energy, but still floor-based. So we're gonna get a good workout in, but not overexert ourselves, okay? So today's workout is gonna be from the floor. You're gonna be in tabletop position on your front and on your back, okay? So without further ado, let's get started. So find yourself in a comfortable seated position. We're gonna start with taking a few deep breaths to ground us in our body, in our space, and checking in with how we're feeling today. So if you're comfortable, close your eyes. Relax your shoulders, settle into your hip bones, your sit bones. And let's start by taking a deep breath in through the nose and slowly exhaling through the mouth. Relax your shoulders as you exhale. Relax your hip flexors. Hold on to your knees if that's comfortable for you. Again, in through the nose, big deep breath. And exhale slow, like you're deflating a little balloon. Fantastic. One more time, in through the nose. Excellent, and exhale slow, slow, slow. Beautiful. We're gonna start by stretching our neck. So bringing our chin to chest first and trying to make yourselves have like a big, juicy double chin. Pushing your chin almost back towards your spine or the back of your head. Good. 3, 2, 1. Relax that chin a little bit. Rotating your head to the right side so that your right ear comes towards your shoulder. And you're feeling the stretch on the left side of your neck. Holding here for a few seconds. Rotating to the other side, same thing. Left ear towards left shoulder and feeling it on the right side. Good, coming back to center, head comes up. Next, we're gonna do some chest openers. So bring your arms in front of you. You're gonna bring your elbows as far back as you can. Almost like you're trying to bring them together, but they're not gonna come anywhere close to being together. And then bring your arms forward, arching your back, bringing space between your shoulder blades. And then again, opening up through the chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together like you're trying to hold a pencil in between them. Good, and then bring your arms forward, space between your shoulder blades, head comes forward. One more time, opening up through the chest. Good, and then bringing the arms forward. Beautiful. We're gonna go into a lower body stretch now. So extending your right leg out to the side, your left bottom of your foot comes towards the inner thigh of your right side. You're gonna square your shoulders to this leg as best you can, and then bring your chest towards your knee, keeping your head up to start. Your arms can go anywhere, so shins, ankles, feet. Holding here, again, keeping your shoulders as square as possible. So they're not at an angle, they're at the same level. And you're feeling the stretch up the back of your hamstring. Relax your kneecap. Oh yeah, that always feels good, so like let that go a little bit. And then we're gonna reach our left hand overhead, looking up underneath our left elbow at the sky, at the ceiling, looking at the cobwebs in the corner. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna deal with that ever, let's be real. And you're feeling the stretch up the side of your body. Feels really good. I wanna stay in this stretch forever. Good, and then bringing that elbow forward back into your hamstring stretch for the last few seconds. And coming back to your seated position. We're switching legs, so now our left leg is going out. Our right foot is coming to the inner thigh. We're squaring up the shoulders to the left leg this time and coming down and forward. So chest is coming down towards your knee as opposed to your head, which is gonna bring a rounding in the back. It's not bad, there's nothing wrong with it. We're just doing something a little different today. Right arm comes overhead again, peering up under your right elbow and feeling the stretch up through your side body and maybe into your back a little bit. It always feels really good to release that, especially if you've been sitting a lot or doing back exercises, physio. We're gonna be doing some back exercises today, so stay tuned. Okay, coming back into our hamstring stretch, relaxing the knee. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right. Our first sequence is going to be on our back. So joining me so that you're in a comfortable position, back on the ground. We're going to start with our knees bent and feet on the floor. First exercise is going to be our favorite glute bridges. So what you're going to do is tuck your pelvis, press up with your hips, keep your knees wide, squeeze your butt cheeks at the top, and then roll your spine back down to the floor. Okay, we're going to do that for about 30 seconds together, starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Tuck the pelvis, pressing up with the hips, squeeze those glutes at the top, and roll your spine back down. Now, because this is time-based and all the exercises here today are going to be time-based, you go at whatever pace feels good for your body, whether that's a little bit slower, medium, speed, or faster. Or maybe you're holding it at the top for a little bit longer, really engaging through the glutes. Almost there. And rest. Good. Our next exercise are jackknives, okay? So we're gonna bring our knees towards our chest, and we're gonna send our arms towards our feet. Option here to bring your head up, okay? So that's a good neck exercise, but some folks might get strain in your necks. So the option is to bring your head onto the floor, but when you do that, you're gonna really pay attention to keeping your lower back pressed to the floor. Okay, so we do hands towards our feet, and then we extend out and back, out and back. So we're going into our hollow hold, and then we're bringing our arms and legs back together. With your head on the ground, you're not gonna extend quite as far. So we're really careful to keeping our core engaged and our lower back pressed, okay? So we're gonna do that 20 seconds together, starting it up in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Extending in and out. No need to rush. You're going with control at a pace that feels good for your body today. If you find that your neck is getting sore, always the option to lay your head back on the floor, okay? Almost there. And done. Beautiful. Okay, and our third exercise of this sequence are single leg dead bugs. These are challenging, okay? But they're really good for developing core strength, especially in your obliques. So I'm gonna demo what that looks like. So let's see what side we're gonna start with. We're gonna start with working on our right side. So we're gonna take our left hand and our left thigh and press them together, okay? Those are gonna stay like that for the full sequence when we're working the right side. The right side is gonna be in dead bug position to start, so lower back press, knee over hip, arm over shoulder. They're gonna go in and out while I'm pressing my left hand into my left thigh quite firmly, basically as hard as I can, okay? And then we're gonna switch, right hand goes into right thigh, and same thing on the other side. Okay, so we're gonna do 20 seconds per side. We're gonna start pressing our, left hand into left thigh. Start it up in 3, 2, 1, lower back pressed, here we go. Again, finding the pace that works for your body. And if it's feeling really challenging or you're struggling to keep your lower back pressed, you can hang out just in dead bug position and maybe go in and out a little bit smaller. Almost there and done, good. Switching to the other side, right hand goes into right thigh. 20 seconds on the clock, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Finding your pace. Careful not to hold our breath. Lower back stays pressed. You got it. Almost there, we got about 5 seconds to go. And done. Bring those knees in towards the chest. We got a little break here. And then we're gonna repeat those 3 exercises one more time through. Okay, glute bridges to begin. So feet come to the floor, arms at our side, starting it up in 3, 2, 1. Tuck the pelvis, press up, lower back rolls down. Now that you know what you're doing, you've got your form locked in, right? We're tipping our pelvis, we're pressing up with our hips, knees are staying wide, glutes are staying squeezed. Yes. Keep going, you got it. And rest, good job. Into our jackknives. Okay, we've got 20 seconds on the clock for these ones. Arms come up, the legs come up. We are starting it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Slow and controlled. There is no rush. Lower back stays pressed and keeping intact with our breath. Well done, almost there. And break. Whew, okay. Single leg glute bridges. Single leg dead bugs next. Let's start by pressing in, our other side. So right hand into right knee to start. And we're working on our left side this time to begin. Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1, 20 seconds on the clock. Lower back press, super important if you're struggling to keep that in place. We're limiting the range of motion so the arms and legs don't go out as far. Okay? And rest, good. Bring the knees into chest, we got the other side. Last one in this sequence. Okay, left side presses this time. Ready position. Arms and legs up. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lower back press. You got this. Checking in with your breath. Checking in with your lower back. Fantastic. Keep it up. And rest. Bring the knees into the chest. You're doing so well. Let's take care of our lower back for a second here. Holding onto our toes if that feels more comfortable. Good. Okay, we are gonna come up to a sitting position so that we can come onto our stomachs. So doing that in whatever way feels best for you. I like a little roll up. So we are shifting around. We're gonna find ourselves on the floor again on our stomachs. Let's see if I have enough room here. Yes, okay. So 2 exercises here. The first one we are gonna do together is called Superpersons. So what that's gonna look like, option 1, both arms and legs come up, you squeeze the glutes, shoulders stay down. Your back is working hard, or your posterior chain, so the muscles down your backside is what's bringing you up. That feels challenging. Option 2, you're gonna do opposite arm, opposite leg, come up, and the other ones rest on the floor, helping to support you. So you're pushing into the ground to help raise the other arms and legs up, okay? So we're gonna do that 30 seconds on the clock. Starting it up in 3, 2, 1, here we go. 30 seconds of Superpersons. We're going slow and controlled. It's not important how high your arms and legs come. It's more about utilizing and activating the right muscles. So your glutes are engaging every single time. Your back is working hard, your shoulders are down. Fantastic. And done, good. Next up we have super pullback. So we're staying in the same position. Your legs are gonna stay on the ground and your upper body is what's gonna work this time. So you're gonna lift your chest and then we're gonna pull back with our arms, squeeze the back of our armpits, press forward and down. So lift, pull back, squeeze, forward. Option here to do one arm at a time. So left arm stays on the ground, squeeze and forward, and then I switch, squeeze and forward, okay? So we got 30 seconds of that coming up. So let's get in ready position, starting it up in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lifting the chest, pulling back, squeezing forward and down. If you're doing one arm, exact same thing is happening. You're just utilizing one arm at a time and the other arm is supporting you on the ground. Fantastic. Keep breathing. Again, it's not about how high your arms and legs get, or so your arms get. It's about intention and using your back muscles. And you are done. Okay, mini rest, okay? If you need to just like lay on the floor and not move, just relax your back. That is amazing. Do that. We're gonna do one more round of both those exercises together, okay? Whew, okay, grab a sip of water if you need to. Take a little breather. If you need to pause the video, you are welcome to do that. We're gonna get started on the second round of this one. Okay, so into super person ready position. Starting it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Lifting both arms and then coming back down. Lifting both legs and both arms, coming back down. Option, of course, to do opposite arm, opposite leg. And remember, every single time, you're squeezing your glutes. Good, keep going. We're almost there. And break, beautiful. Okay, super pullbacks. Final one, starting it up in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Lift the arms, pull back, squeeze, and forward. We are building strong back muscles here. Really good for supporting your body in everyday life. And your back is part of your deep core, right? So we wanna make sure your joints and your spine are fully supported. Good. You got it. And you are done. Okay, onto our third sequence. This is from a tabletop position. So we have some upper body work and some lower body work in this position. So join me on your hands and knees, shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. First exercise we're gonna do are scapular push ups. So these are not super intense and not regular push ups. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna drop your chest as low as you can towards the floor, and then you're gonna push your chest as far away from the floor as you can. And this is going to work the muscles around your scapula. Your shoulder blades are like the wings of your shoulder blades. Okay? It might feel like, oh, I'm not really doing anything, but trust me, they're working. And if you wanted to challenge yourself, you can come into a plank position and do that and really start to feel it. Okay, so join me in ready position, starting it up in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Drop the chest, press back up. You could close your eyes in this position. Really try to connect to the muscles that are working. Keeping your shoulders down and away from your ears. Good. Almost there. And done, great job. Second exercise, we have option here, plank or shoulder taps. And you can do this from half plank position, low plank position, full plank position. It's really up to you, okay? So plank is number 1. You're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. either from your forearms or your hands. And then number 2 option is shoulder taps. Okay, so feet go wide. You're gonna tap one hand towards the opposite shoulder, keeping your hips as square to the ground as you can, okay? 30 seconds on the clock, starting in 3, 2, 1, here we go. An option, of course, to do shoulder taps from your knees, so that half plank position, or from a tabletop, okay? So if you're doing it from the knees, making sure your pelvis and glutes are forward. Shoulder and hips stay square to the ground. You're finding your breath. Your core is activated. You're doing great. 3, 2, 1, great job. Oh, and now we've got lower body. This is gonna be just a little bit intense, but I think you're gonna like it, okay? So we're in tabletop position again. If your wrists are getting a little sore, try stacking them, okay? So bringing a fist and your wrist is in a straight line on your fist, or if you have a couch or a table nearby, you can do this with your arms placed on it, holding on flat so that your wrists aren't getting into a flex position for too long. Okay, so this is lower body. So we're gonna do 3 exercises on one leg and then switch to the other leg and do the same 3, okay? So it's kind of like intense on one side, then intense on the other side. So what that looks like, exercise number 1, hydrants. Knee comes up to hip level for 20 seconds. Second exercise is glute circles. So you're gonna make a big circle with your knee, bringing it as high as you can with control. Third exercise, donkey kicks. Stomping the ceiling, squeezing your glute so that you're feeling that full engagement. Okay, we got it. Ready to go. Starting it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So hydrants to begin. 20 seconds here. Keeping your breath. You don't have to go too fast. You want to feel your glute medius. So your side glute working hard. Almost there. Here we go. Switching to circles and circle time. So trying to make the biggest circle that you can. This one's starting to get hard. I'm starting to feel it in the glutes. I don't know about you. Slowing it down to a pace that feels good is always welcome. Well done, almost there, and here we go, donkey kicks time. So think about having a flat foot, trying to kick the ceiling, and your knee doesn't come all the way down, stays pretty high. Almost there, you're doing it, you're doing great. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, relax, oh my gosh. My right leg is on fire. And now we get to do the same thing on the left side. Okay, so let's start this up in about 10 seconds. So do anything you need to do, grab a sip of water. We are getting going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. So hydrants to start. I call them hydrants because you're pretending like you're a dog peeing on a fire hydrant, in case that wasn't clear earlier. Taking some deep breaths. Feeling the glute engagement, feeling the burn. Switching up in circles, starting now. Finding that pace. Taking a break if you need to. Of course, is always welcome. Well done. We're getting there. We're getting there, team. Switching to donkey kicks, starting now. Last 20 seconds. Stomping the ceiling. Ooh, I'm feeling it. Almost there. Well done. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Oh man. That is our hard work done for today. So now we're going to do a short stretching sequence. Take care of all those muscles that we just worked. Whew, okay. We're gonna start in a tabletop position. So finding yourself on your hands and knees, arching your back, and dropping your belly, opening up the hips, head comes up. So cat-cow. And you're welcome to add any additional movements into this cat-cow that might feel really good for your body. So for example, you could do some side stretches, some circles. So trying to draw a circle with your belly button, opposite way. Good. Fantastic. Knees wide, toes together, sitting back into a child's pose. Reaching your arms forward. Holding this position. And coming into your body, checking in. Anything feel really challenging today? Anything that you need to be aware of in terms of your body? Good. Taking some deep breaths here. Allowing your body to rest and relax. Fantastic. Coming up onto your hands and toes for a moment. You're bringing your right knee towards your right wrist. You're gonna step back a little bit with your left leg. An option to stay here, holding your chest high, or coming down into a lower position onto your forearms. Amazing. Coming back onto your hands and your back toe. You're lifting your right leg and replacing with your left. An option again to stay on your hands or coming down onto your forearms. Feeling the nice stretch through your glutes after those glute exercises that we just did. Fantastic. Coming back onto your hands. We're gonna drop down so that our belly is on the floor, hands are beside our chest. We're gonna slowly lift up, feeling an extension, and then coming back to the ground, resetting one more time, feeling the extension through your back, and coming back down. Coming out of that position, I like to end rounding my back and slowly coming to a kneeling position. And that is it for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope this felt supportive, a little bit challenging. You can always redo this video or sequences as many times as you want for a little extra challenge. And that's it, and I'll see you again very soon.